G'day everyone, welcome to the Opal Mills. My name's Phil and today we are going to be working on a parcel for Prospect Vic. He sent me in a little bit of a project, so we'll open this up and should find some opal to cut and swap out a stone for this video. So there's a pendant in here I'm under the impression of, and yeah, we'll open it up and have a look and see what we're playing with. Alright, so what looks like we have here is our project. So we've been tasked with removing this faceted stone, undoing these claws, and cutting an opal to fit out of a piece of shell, from my understanding. Wow, check that out. So we only need a stone that big, so I'm pretty sure we should be right to do that. We'll tidy this end up and then see how much of this we need and maybe give it a slice, dop it, cut it. We'll probably come down here to the thicker part, just there in the bend, as long as it's still wide enough, which it is. So that's our project. Awesome. But we've also got a couple other things here as gifts. So this is an unfortunate cutting incident, and this is what can happen on the dop stick when it suddenly comes off the dop stick. So we'll see what we might be able to do with some of that. And what have we got here? So I probably should mention, I'm understanding this is Blacklighter material. Wow, really nice. So we're going to cut a couple other stones, which I don't think we'll have a problem doing. Not too much of a problem deciding which way to go up. It's a nice colour bar there, but then you get the guaranteed green there. So what we'll do, to start with, we'll go and start tidying up this end, rounding it out a bit, just to get a preform end, and then figure out where we're going to take our stone. Sort of square that up a bit, get it, start rounding, and go from there. So I might get a light onto this actually. I'm looking in and seeing a little bit of sand. So we'll bring in our little handy dandy and we'll turn the lighting down for you. Where are we? Hang on. Yes. So there we can see through the side. It does have a couple of sand issues up this end. It does appear to be kind of right in the center too. Come back here. So that's going to change a few things. We might just start tidying up this top side and see how much mess is in there and tickle this a bit, and we'll see if the colour's strong enough to block any impurities down here. So when you look at it, depending on how translucent it is, whether you see right down to the bottom of the stone, and from here it doesn't seem like you can see any sand inside there from this outside crust. But yeah, we're gonna have to have a bit of a peek at it and see what's actually there. So I'd like this to be the top. You know, it'd probably suit better up that way actually. We'll tidy this side up and we'll go from there. Let's get on with it. So we'll start on the outside edge and just take some of this crust outside off. Very rich colour. Yeah, we can work with that, I think. Bearing in mind there's a spot there, but it looks like, oh no. So it looks like that spot there is the sand demon, and it runs down into the stone. So if that's the case, that's probably a bit of a flaw there, and we're not going to be able to use this end of the stone. So we may have to take our stone from down here. Just go and check the size against our pendant. Okay, so just had a look in here and just wanted to explain a bit better about that sand I was talking about. And you can see how it does traverse on the angle through there. Let's get it down here a bit closer. You can see as I turn the stone, it's only up to less than I thought. About that much of the stone, not that much. It's just that line went further. But I think that line's more surface here, that then dips down in there, highlighted by the sand that was able to make its way in there as well. So that said, I'm thinking just losing that end there and somewhere in there, we can maybe safely get our stone. So I might just mark it out. I have to take that bottom down a bit still, just to get rid of those little shallow marks from this side, and see what we can get out the center there. Get a nice clean stone. It might have to go this way up. And so that'll be the top this way. We'll see what we can do. It's just that there's less damage on this surface to cut down into a stone than there is here with that little surface there. We'll see what we can do. But I'll go and slice him and mark out a size and slice him and get ready to see what we can do. Alright, so here's what I've done. Ignore the circle, it's just a rough guide. I'm going to need at least from there to there. So that much can come off and we'll lose that bit of what's in there. We'll come down here and give it a slice. And I'm thinking I might be able to get it to face up this way because it is a nicer view. And there's enough depth there. The stone, the way that it sits in there at the moment, being a faceted stone, the setting was also on an angle. You know what I mean? Sort of thing. So our stone will sort of be a round, domed and conical bottom to sit in the setting. So we'll see what we can do. We'll head over to the saw and we'll give it a slice. Okay, so here we are. That's our piece we're going to play with. Don't mind that overhang. So we're going to try and get it that way up. So I'm going to dop this face down, cut the bottom to fit, which means we'll have to take this out, cut that to fit so it fits that way, and then we face it, whatever's left, and hope it stays what it's supposed to be. Okay, for a delicate operation, we use a sterile scalpel on the patient. And I've got to get something in there to lift it out. So it kind of very gently fold it over. I should be able to sneak the blade. And open these claws back up. There we go. So we'll set this aside. It's a flawless glass. No, not sure what it is. We'll put that aside in the bag. Straighten these claws out a bit more. Like so. So now we've just got to cut a shape that cups into there, nice and comfortably, and then, yeah, going it. So, I think we have enough. Let's get a nice little stone in there. Yeah, that way up. And I'll start dopping now. Okay, so we've got our setting here to keep checking on. Just going to make a circle out of this to start with. For those interested in the math, 3mm stick, we're after a 4mm stone. So if I keep this a mil off the sides, we've got a 5mm rub to bring down to 4mm, or however close to 4mm that actually is. So I'll get some water on. Okay, so before we do anything else with this piece, very slippery little thing, we're going to get some measurements. So it says 5 millimeters. So I don't think that's accurate. It must be though. My template's out. Let's go grab that template for a sec. Alright, because I swear I was measuring this out in the 4.5 mark. So it doesn't go through the 4. Yeah, it's definitely 4.5 on this. But I'm not going to call calipers a liar. So anyway, there we go. Weight. Let's see if this registers at all. 0.4 carats. Wow. So if that were a bigger stone, and that could be valued, you know, 500 a carat, that's what, $200 stone? Yeah, so $200 stone sitting there. But once we put it in the pendant, it's priceless because it's for the owner. It's not to be sold. So yeah, let's see how well I've done. Might have to get a little stick with some blue tape. Okay, so let's try this. Beautiful. So now we just fold those claws over. I should have been set up with my bezel pusher. What am I doing? Okay. And of course, when I say bezel pusher, I mean prong pusher. I use it to push my bezels. So we'll go opposite corners. So we can zoom in. So we'll just start this one over a bit. So can we do this one a bit? Just turn around. That way we can keep this central. Just pushing straight down on them to fold that last bit. There we go. Job done. So there we go. Beautiful little stone. Back to normal light. So yeah, there you go. That can easily be done, swapping out a stone. It's not that hard. Let us know in the comments whether you think it was better before or now. Being on a Opal channel, you're the best people to ask that question. Did I cheapened it? Or does it look just as good, if not better? So anyway, I'll put some low light at the end and see you in the next video. Cheers.